That is, in fact, flowing our way. The Israeli Home Front Command has requested new security restrictions at Ben Gurion Airport in East Tel Aviv amid heightened regional tensions. The move comes as authorities tighten safety measures and monitor potential threats, with the ongoing alerts across parts of Israel following recent escalation. Let's in fact listen into the moment when the siren was sounded at the Ben Gurion Airport during Israel's attack over there. All right, let's also get in some more information flowing our way. Iranian state media reports are saying that air defense systems were activated in the western city of Kermanshah after hostile targets were detected. Authorities are saying that defense activity was seen in parts of the city and nearby areas, with loud sounds reported as Iran continues to monitor escalating aerial threats amid these regional tensions. General Dwivedi, if I can come to you, you mentioned a lot of points in your earlier narrative regarding Lebanon. You mentioned how, there seems to be negotiations do not seem to be coming through. I want to understand from your perspective, General, what's the role of Washington over here? Because US President Donald Trump seems to have his own trajectory that he's following. Over the course of the war, he keeps making statements, and now over here, when the escalation continues, he's saying that I've spoken to the Israeli Prime Minister, I've asked him to de-escalate, but on the ground, things seem to be very different than what he claims to portray, General.
Absolutely, Shivani. In fact, US or President Trump, they are the key players in this whole game. And as far as Israel is concerned, they are the supporting or the complementing players. Well, I think President Trump has made it very clear that he wants the war to an end. He wants to finish the war. And he also claimed whether negotiation, no negotiation, agreement or no agreement, America has won the war. So he has already declared victory. And for him, Lebanon is not a real concern. Well, that is the concern of Israel. And he has admonished Prime Minister Netanyahu more than once that Israel must stop the operation against Lebanon. But then Israel has its own security concerns. And for Israel, the three proxies are very, very concerning. Well, Hezbollah in the north, Hamas in the west, and Houthis in Yemen. Well, for them, these are the three threats. But that's not the threat what President Trump visualizes. So therefore, I think President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu are not on the same page, because they view the whole spectrum or the whole situation from the different lenses. While President Trump has made effort and has brokered the ceasefire between Lebanon government and Israelis, but the irony is Hezbollah is not under the Lebanese government. Hezbollah is a separate identity, and it is stronger as far as the military power is concerned vis-a-vis Lebanon army. So therefore, Hezbollah has its own agenda, and they will ensure that they end the war only once the Israelis withdraw from Lebanon, and the Israelis have gone almost 30 kilometers right up to Litani River. So the point is, Iran is also on the same page as Hezbollah. They want to lick up the ceasefire with the ceasefire in Lebanon. Hezbollah want the Israelis to withdraw. Israelis want to remove the threat from northern borders, and President Trump is not on the same page. He is not interested in what is going on in Lebanon. He wants the war to come to an end, and that's what the ground position is, Shivani.
Absolutely, General. Let me also get in a word from Mr. Alex on this. Mr. Alex, I want to understand, when you're looking at Washington, do you believe that they can play a major role in trying to de-escalate the situation?
What do you mean by de-escalate the situation? So in
The
principle,
hostilities.
I am not a general, but I am still a military officer. In general,
Yes.
I know that if the goal of war is to win the war, not to de-escalate. And as Major General said properly, Lebanon is not an independent state. It is controlled by Hezbollah, and Hezbollah doesn't want us to withdraw only. It wants us to withdraw for it to be present on our border to attack us. It is not acceptable. We'll never agree to that, and that's it. And that Trump is not pleased by seeing all the situation. Yes, but you know the world is not turning as Trump or someone else wants.
All right. All right, sir. I appreciate your perspective. I also thank General for joining us.